All right, guys, back. So I got the pegboard up. Let's flip her around and give you a look-see. So, pretty hot, not gonna lie. If I do say so myself. Just step back so you can see. It's super simple to install. Basically, once you get the first panel leveled and mounted, they suggest a penny's width gap between the panels. I tried to do it, but trying to hold 2 pennies squished between 2 panels with one hand while using my other hand to mark, yeah, I'm not that coordinated. So after the 4th time of one of the pennies falling behind my bench, I just gave up. So I butted them all together. Took me about half an hour, just because I was too lazy to move, so I had to climb up on there to get the top screws. Other than that, super simple to put in. And as I mentioned in my first video when I mentioned I was going to do this, I think an idiot sheetrocked my garage because there's just all sorts of weird spacing between the studs back here. So couple spots I had to use anchors. I'd say maybe like a total of 6 out of 24. I had an anchor. So you can see here I put some of the shelves up. These things I could probably like hang off of this, and I doubt it's going to come off the wall. This is some seriously rigid construction. These are the dividers that you can use to actually put ends on if you wanted to. Actually, it goes in this one. So I'll show you here. This is basically how their proprietary system works. You see that there's a larger hook on the top that feeds in, push up, and you'll notice, if I can get the camera there, you see right there, that little lip goes in. Now, because I have the way I have this shelf, I'd have to move this in one more. You see, that's not coming out real easy. So you move it in, and then what happens is it sits inside of these holes, so that's why it's kind of hard. I could probably do it on the end one here, but it's a pain. It would be, I'd have to slide. You see there's 2 of them in the back. I'd have to slide them over to make sure they match. And this is, so this, they're proprietary, good God almighty. This stuff does not come out easily, just like this here. So this is the large hook that you can see, so you can hang something on here. If you take it off, it's not coming out. Like you pick a tool up, even this. So this is the bar, this is the screwdriver holder, and you see there's 2 that this just sits on. Push it down. So it just sits on that, but when you're taking a screwdriver out, this is, you know, the chances of this, I may even have this upside down. No, I don't. No. The buckets I just installed on the bottom over here. I may actually order some more of these. I think for me, these may be useful. I got a lot of loose nuts, bolts, screws, self-tapping, you know, the whole 9 yards. I could probably buy another kit, add a panel over there, and then I have some space over there that I can most likely, not right next to the other panel there, probably on the other side of the outlet, but I got some wall space over there. But you know, I mounted them, I just eyeballed it high enough where it wasn't gonna, you know, I could still do some things on the bench without worrying about the tools taking up, you know, like this shelf comes out 9 inches, you know, I'm not worried about losing 9 inches of because I can still work back here. Same thing over here with the buckets, they're still off. I can still slide things under if I'm working. This is what comes in the kit with the actual their connectors. There's a big U hook here. So if you gotta hang one of your drills, if one that you use the most, these C clamps. So basically, it goes in like this. Just show this like this. So if you got something with a smaller hook, similar to the way these are put on, you can just clamp it on like that. There we go. So yeah, see, this thing's not. And if you notice these little flanges here and here, what those do is it stops the connector from rotating left and right when you're putting on or taking tools off. Similar to the old fashioned 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch wire that you see in the old style pegboards. This is a larger bracket, again, for something. You can dip the nose of a small a roto tool or something in there. These are larger hooks. There's 4 of these. These are individuals, but you can marry 2 of them up to hold something that's a little longer, and then there's 12 of these smaller ones that you can put up in any formation you like to get your needs done. I haven't even put these are the 6-inch shelves. I haven't put these up yet. All I did was I just randomly put the shelves up. I'll have to start laying my tools out. Flip back here. I'll have to start pull my tools back out, lay everything out on the workbench, and then try to figure out how I want to lay it out. So I'll start with just laying the tools out on my workbench here, and then just transplant it up to the pegboard. So yeah, really not expensive. I mean, I bought 2, but if you're just looking to do a small area of your, if you have a small workbench, 1 kit is fine. I think it's about $130 I bought a kit. So my kit included 3 panels, 1 9-inch shelf, 1 6-inch shelf, 1 set of the shelf dividers, and 1 bag, which is the small pieces I just showed you. That comes in 1 kit. It's I believe $130, and it's free shipping. It's made in Georgia. It's a family-owned business, 50 years, sheet metalworking, family-owned business, and then I think 2003 or 2002. There's a little bit of literature in the back of the catalog they sent, which was going to get me in trouble. A lot of nice stuff in there, but they transitioned. They used all their knowledge of metalworking to come up with a better replacement for the old cork board or whatever that stuff's, the MDF pegboards that when it gets wet it turns to tissue paper and falls off your walls, and put anything heavy on it, breaks. That's why I went with this. It's just, this literally should outlast me. The house would probably fall down before this stuff does. So yeah, I highly recommend this stuff. Super simple, it's strong, and as I mentioned, I've got 1 piece that's got the powder coating was scratched off, but I'm fairly certain that when I call them and say, one of the pieces had the powder coating was scratched off and it's pretty bent up, if they could just send me another one, I'm pretty sure I'll get one in the mail in a day or a couple days. So yeah, that's it. This was one of my quicker DIY projects. I might even go a little crazy, and get some some baseboard edging, paint it black, and just put put like a little decorative border around the edges, because it is, even though it's, you know, the metal's bent, it's still, you know, it's edges of metal. So just to make it look a little cleaner, I might do that. Otherwise, I'm fairly certain there's going to be some more stuff that I got to do in here, shelving, or I don't know what else yet. So we'll do a video on that. But so yeah, that's it for now. Take care, guys. Talk to you next time.